Hey guys, what's going on? It's WTNT's 107.7. Q in the street. Turn up on a Tuesday. I got your favorite crew in the building. I got the man with the plan, Enrique fan. Yeah. And I got your country cutie Case in the building. Okay. We got a special guest. We got Mr. KountUp. What's going on, sir?
What's going on?
How are you?
Man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Come on, radio voice. See how you do the transfer.
It ain't nothing but love over here in this room. I'm loving it all.
How are you, man?
Man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be here, blessed to make it safely, blessed to be up and alive and ready to work.
Listen, I don't know if he's giving me councilman or deacon. You know what I'm saying? His voice is just giving me so much.
It's like you want to preach a little bit.
God is good all the time and all the time. God is good.
And then we're going to read the scripture that was on Done Deal's.
He's awful.
Y'all got a whole little sermon going on. So we just heard a little bit of your track before we get into you. Let's get into the track we just heard.
Yeah, okay. Well, that was moving. I actually was out in LA. And things was moving. It was a lot was going on. I had like a 12-hour session. I was locked in all night, and that was the first song I pulled up. When I got there, me and my brother was just working, and he was like, "Hey man, I think this the beat you need to do." And we was out in LA, and it was a Cali vibe kind of beat, and I was like, "Let's rock it." And that's just what came about. The first thing I was like was, "Man, I be moving," and that's literally what's going on.
So, are you more of a freestyler, or do you write it down? Or how does it go?
Both. I write a lot of music. I have a lot of written songs in my phone. Probably well over like 40 or 50 that I've written in the last like month and a half. So I write a lot, but at the same time, I just like to catch a certain melody. Sometimes I just catch a flow, like the first few bars, or maybe just a hook, and then I'll have a good lead, and I'll be able to just go, and I'll be able to, okay, cool, that's 4 bars, and I'll do punchy and something like that. I can freestyle if we're doing like a cypher kind of thing, but in the studio, that's my vibe. I'd rather write it, something like that, because I'll just be able to articulate myself better and do what I can.
So even on moving, like, was that something you flowed to, or did you write that?
I actually wrote that. God wrote that. I didn't write that. Honestly, God wrote that track because it was honestly just the first time I had been like on a trip with my team, and I wrote the hook, and literally all I can honestly say is the lyrics fell in place. Like my thumbs was just moving. I literally, my thumbs was even moving. So it was just like writing itself. And I was just like, wow, God wrote it. I went and spit it one take.
And
just like that.
It.
That's why I was like, God did that.
Look, shout out. It wasn't a lot for that studio time, because they can charge it up.
Well, yeah, we definitely.
I was in charge of that too.
Right. Shout out to that one take. How many hours you need? No. We just need that one. We just need that one. Go cash us out real quick.
For real.
That's what's up. So, where did your love for music come from?
First and foremost, I always had the passion for music. Poetry was the first thing, but I didn't express it real freely. I was always playing ball and everything. So once I started low of music, and of course you playing ball, you always, it go hand in hand with sports, warming up and all that stuff. So I just was like, you know what, let me go to the studio. I did that my junior year. After that, I just started rapping. I was like, man, I'm good at it. I like it. This is what I want to do now. And I was like, hey, I'm talented. And I went to college for a minute, left that. I was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, that's what you want to do.
This is my passion, and I take it very serious
now. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So you did poetry. How long, when did you first pick up the pen and paper as far as poetry goes?
I would say that was probably like in 7th, 8th grade, but it was on some quiet stuff. Don't tell nobody. Keep a little journal, you know what I'm saying? Might write about a girl you like, something like that. But it wasn't nothing serious, right? Yeah. So now I more so just started writing and just writing. And my uncle worked with Grand Hustle for a period of time, for a good minute, so I was able to connect with T.I. and things like that, and that's actually a huge inspiration to me. So I kind of took on to that. Almost? Yeah, basically. Yeah. And I'm with anything he do. He boycotted. I'm with him. All you gotta say.
He said what?
I boycott. Yeah,
we ain't eating burgers no more.
I'm doing it.
Shoot, slap that burger out your hand, boy. We ain't eating burgers because T.I. said so. I feel it.
Yeah, so
I feel you gotta ride with what you know.
Yeah, that's
because I mean, I always tell people, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Who you know, or who know you.
Exactly. That's a caption.
Yeah,
that's a caption.
For real. I definitely told, write that down. Please do. I told my brother that. I was like, he was like, man, it's all about who you know. I was like, man, it might be about who know you more so.
Exactly.
You know.
So y'all catch how he wink every time he say it?
Yeah.
He's like, it ain't about what you know, it's who know you. Wink.
That remind you like a little Romeo?
Romeo. You get that often?
Do you get that all the time?
I've heard that quite a few times. I done heard Romeo. I done heard Mo Williams, basketball player Mo Williams.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I done heard that. I done heard Man, I done heard some other things.
Well, let me talk about the people that KountUp has on the scene. I kind of fell in love with him this weekend. I met him at an event. He won the. First of all, I knew you won when you grabbed the mic. You know how some people got. Remember the last interview we just did.
Yeah.
Done deal with. He's a producer.
Right,
he was talking about the it factor.
Okay.
When I saw you, before you even opened your mouth, I knew you had the it factor.
Wow, that's a blessing.
I knew you had it. And then when I heard his music combined with his stage presence, combined in just the way he carried himself, combined with the words you had for the audience, I said, he won. Because you know, when when you be around us so much, you can tell who got no shade, and I hate the way it sounds, but you can tell who got it and who not, and who ready and who just need a little bit more work.
Yeah.
I knew you was ready, so I was just like, gotta get this kid to the radio station because you are so young. Well, you're only like a few years younger than me, but
Still
you can
young.
tell you're still so mature and you're ready and you're hungry for what is it you want. And one thing that I love about you the most is how humble you are.
I appreciate that.
And your music is actually pretty freaking good. I went and was listening this weekend. I was like, okay, I can rock to some counters. So who's some of the people that you actually look up to in the industry?
Nipsey Hussle.
Oh man, he just had a concert and I missed it. Did you get there?
No, I wanted to go so bad, but I ended up shooting a video night before. I think that was the night I was getting ready, preparing. I had a rehearsal for the show. I did my own rehearsal, and it was just like I tied myself up and doing stuff like that. So I was like, well, that's where
at
the
least
focus
you had
is.
an excuse. I literally got up and was like, yo, let's go see Nipsey Hussle, and they was like, when he performing?
But
tonight.
Tickets are gone,
him, Nipsey, T.I., like I was just saying, T.I., I respect everything about that man. Just everything he has to portray and display to the world, man. It's just so much knowledge. So I soak it all up.
So I gotta ask you, on the inside, talking to T.I., how do you keep up with the vocabulary?
You
Does he tone it down when he's talking to
Tip don't tone
everybody
it
down. With the immaculary of the consequences of the universe with the speculation
that's exactly
of
him. And that's really him. You may be looking on your phone and every 5 minutes like, dang, well, let me check what that means. You might just do that a few times.
Checking your context clues and stuff.
It was a compliment.
Okay, appreciate it, Tip. That's how it's rocking, But man, just a lot of the moguls, a lot of the people that are game changers in the industry. That's what kind of came up with my album, Mogul Mindset, because I just look up to everyone who kind of sets the bar high and does something in their own way and is a mogul. So I just try to reciprocate.
I can tell you look up to like a lot of the older ones versus, and no shade, not versus the younger ones. Because when you was on stage, I don't remember verbatim what I said, because I was hosting, but I do remember saying I could see you on the BET stage. Wow. You know how they have like the show before the BET Awards where it's like hot outside? I could just see you bouncing because you had like this little short set. It was so dope. Like you would just, God literally just.
It wasn't a man rumble, was it?
No, it wasn't a man. It wasn't a man.
All right.
It was a suit, but it was like clean, but it was like a short.
It was the short, so the LeBron look.
Yeah, it was like a basketball. Yeah, it was kind of something.
Added more. I was fly.
Oh, okay, you was just as long as you could. Sissy, was he fly?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know. You had a whole mob squad. When I tell you, I told them to show love on the Instagram. I had like 45 come through here with KountUp. I don't know if you had put something up, but
I did.
Y'all sent up like a mass text message. My phone blew up like KountUp. I was like, okay, cool. Outside of that, I had already felt. I could already
felt
see
the
it
presence,
anyway.
and I appreciate that.
So where do you see yourself going? You have a big future ahead of you, sir.
First and foremost, it's no ceiling. Where I see myself going is just affinity and beyond. I plan on taking whatever I want to add value to whatever I have and whatever platform I'm able to add my value to, whether that is music, modeling, my brand, Blinded World, Believe, Love, Invest, and Determine Every Destiny is what that stands for. Whether that's that platform or radio right now or whatever I may be doing, I just always want to share light in everything and try to just reciprocate energy and get someone's vibe back and know that it's all love and we all gonna move to wherever we trying to go. So it's really no ceiling on where I'm trying to go at all.
I'm here for the positivity.
Yeah, that's all I'm about. That's really all I'm about.
So I gotta ask you, on every social site, how do you feel about X passing?
It's very tough. As I was speaking with one of my homies earlier, it's very tough to see any young man at the age 20 lose his life to anything, whether that's shooting, a sickness, illness, or whatever it may be. 20 years young is no time here. Tough, and a person of his power and everything he has, I definitely feel like I feel like what you put in the universe, you're gonna get out. Now, he was a positive person, changing, doing these positive things, but at one point in time, he's had so much, oh, I don't care if they kill me, throw this out and say it so many, and even tried to hang himself more than twice. Like, he's come and did those things, slit wrists, and he's just went through a lot, you know. He's been homeless, so you can tell that's probably a lot built up. He may feel abandoned or anything, so he's went through a lot, and then boom, you're thrown into fame, and you like, man, I'm seeing all this, hold on, this is getting crazy. So he kind of spoke it up into the universe, and although I do feel bad for everything and the condolences to his family, that sucks.
You just have to be careful of what you put out. You have to, because he put it out before, and regardless if you think you're untouched, someone thinks they're gonna come get you. Someone's gonna try it just because you think you're invincible. That's why. That's true. Yeah, but you know, I pray that every day his family makes it through the tough time. That's all I can say.
He is a reborn deacon. You can't tell me.
I told you just get this like beacon of light from him. It's like.
In your past life, you own the church.
I own the church. You know what's funny? This is so funny. That ties actually into something my mom told me before I actually grabbed the mic and wanted to do this. When we used to go to church when I was younger, I sat beside my mom, and the very first thing I said was, "Mom," not that I wanted to be a preacher or a deacon or something like that. I was just like, "Mom, I'm gonna be the man up there holding the mic." But I played basketball all the way up into college and never did it. And then now that I'm doing it, my mom was like, "You know what? It's just coming back to me. You've been told me you was gonna do that." So that tied into exactly what you said. Thank you so much.
What's your zodiac?
I'm a Capricorn, January 16th. You said, like that wasn't good. Why I get that?
She ain't had no good experience with Capricorn.
I'm sorry about Capricorn, but
no good ass nigga. I thought you was alright. I thought
I had a friend.
Alright.
So I'm a Capricorn.
Damn, that hurt. That hurt.
No good.
Bless him, Lord. Bless him.
So, are you more of a writer? Do you
we already got that. I can tell you the background of that. He likes to write.
Yeah.
He started off with poetry.
Spit?
Yeah, well, sometimes he does if the vibe takes it. We already had
I do apologize.
Q had to step out on a little business venture. But he started off actually doing poetry and stuff. Nothing that he broadcasted to the world, but just his own personal journey.
Do you still write? Do you do poetry?
Not poetry anymore. I actually get up and just write every morning. I write my thoughts, not so as music. I just like to get up and in the first thought I automatically write down. I don't pick up my pen. I just write a whole page, and then I brush my teeth and get my day started.
So that your meditation? Because we were just talking about. It's crazy how all y'all think. Well, all of us think alike. Yeah. Because we were talking about meditation in the last interview. Wow. So is that your type of meditating? Is getting up and writing?
One of the forms of meditation I do. Actually, me and my sister we like to meditate as well. So I actually pull a yoga mat out and get some candles, and I'll sit there in my silence and I'll do that and just meditate and come back to whatever I had go on throughout the day. I'm like, cool, I give thanks for it, let me center back in, whatever my ground zero, and I'll meditate like that.
See, you mentally put together, because I talk to myself. Like,
no, that's fine too. That's meditation.
No, I'm talking about like, have y'all ever been to yoga and they're like, clear your mind, and I be like, clear your mind, Rainy.
Clear your mind.
Stop thinking,
no, crazy.
And I be like, dang. As you're thinking, be like, all right, stop thinking. Dang, you think about thinking. Oh,
no, now I'm thinking about not thinking.
Yeah, like I talk too much. Like my mom was telling me that since I was a child.
Frustrated.
I'm just telling you, I talk too much and I talk to myself, and I be like, stop thinking. So it's not. When people talk about meditating, I'm not going to say I'm envious, but it's a what's the word? It's a trait. Like it's not really easy
it's just about
to
focusing.
meditate.
No, it's just about concentration and focusing. Meditation is prayer. You could be in your room and just lay flat on your back and close your eyes, and that's meditation. That's prayer.
Like, we were just talking about that last interview.
That's meditation.
She can't do that. She go back to sleep.
You go back to sleep.
Look at her.
First of all, take the judgment out of your voice, okay?
It's okay.
A little bit of judgment. But we were talking about how he Dunn left out, and he was like, oh no, when I wake up in the morning, he was like, I immediately pray, and I was like, yo, I tried that, but I fall back to sleep, because it's like the alarm will go off. Stop judging me, bro. The alarm will go off, and I'm like, all right, dear Lord. And I'm like, and I'll be like, dang, I was supposed to be doing something.
Now I'm late for work.
No, but even like that in yoga, like if I do shut up talking in my mind, I'm taking a nap.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shoot, I done missed the purpose of this. It's like it's ADD, bro. Somebody give me some Adderall.
I can't.
It's okay.
But it's cool. It's just like I I think it's great when you get up in the morning and you write your thoughts down.
Yeah.
What do you do with that? Do you let it inspire you for the next song? Is it just to clear your mind and get your day started?
Some of it all. Some of it is to clear my mind. Just one, process it in my subconscious so I can always remember it and always be able to refrain to that thought sometime throughout the day. I send it to the people that I care about most. Very, very close one. She gets messages all the time about whatever I write. And I always just make sure I make my mark. And the whole goal of it is I want to kind of write and publish my own book. So it's my start to doing that. And it's going to just be journal form. In journal form, I was reading Tupac's. His was similar journal form. And I just kind of wanted to be like that. It's just natural thought. Kind of have someone publish it, help me get it together and clean it up. And then I want to make it my book, first book.
So I want to ask a history question, so to
What's
speak.
up?
Being as though you're only 22, at what age did you start rapping?
17, 16, 16.
And do you remember your first song? We always ask people about that first song, because that first song is always that corny song that you write.
I was actually in a group called Ice Game.
Come on, drop the
What was your
jewels.
gang name? Ice Pig?
Ice Game, and my name was Tundra.
Oh.
Come on, Rainforest.
Yeah, it was.
And you just when you spit, it just froze on
Just
you.
because it was cold. Everybody just thought I was cold. So I was like, this is what I come up with. So it was
How
just.
old were you?
Man, it was young
16.
16, coming out right, fresh and out, just in high school, just thinking something was cool.
I can't.
And that's all that was. Man,
Got the man
and it was like
Tundra on
four
the
of us. It
train.
was like 4 or 5 of us on the song. We ain't really had no money for no studio time for real. We just was all going in trying to throw $20 in to get some studio time. We ain't really had the money. We just going to rap.
Come on, I know you remember a verse. I know you remember something.
I live for that kind of.
Ooh, yeah, I do.
Come on.
I had one of the songs was called "Young and Rich," and it was just about just wanting to be young and rich. Not actually in the moment being young and rich, but the hook was like, "I'm young and I'm rich, young and I'm rich,
Hey.
I'm young and I'm rich, I'm young and I'm rich, hey, I'm young." And that's how I kind of went.
Get it,
It was just
Tundra.
something like that.
Ice
What
cold.
happened to the group?
My brothers all working. Some of them, one of them in Cali right now. He's doing his thing with photography. My brother that was actually just here, he had to run. They got an interview with Young Book right now, so he had to go over there and do an interview with them. He's doing photography as well, and trying to do some of everything, man. And I have another homeboy. He's at Mary Mac playing football right now in Massachusetts, and that's kind of just what happened to that. They didn't want to rap, I did.
So you
That's kinda
didn't-
He the Beyonce of the group.
Slick.
Slick.
Said what now? No, I didn't keep that name. No, I had to switch that up fast in a hurry. Nah, that wasn't. It wasn't a group thing anymore. So I was like, let me change that up, and came up with that KountUp. So.
That's
why
what's
I'm here.
up. That's what's up. I'm
Nah,
here for
definitely.
it. I'm definitely
So we
here
got the second track of yours
Yeah.
that's up here. You want to talk a little bit about it before we play it?
Yeah, of course. Man, street exec. One is whatever you wanna take the name as. I feel like a street exec is someone who maneuvers their lane the way that they maneuver their lane. Period. That's what a street exec is for me. Someone who grinding and in their own little lane. But also of course Street Exec Studios.
Yeah.
Bankroll Fresh died. That was something big for Atlanta. That's how I wanted to connect with the audience. So I was like, street. So that was something they always hear. We hear it on the radio. We come up that. And that's why I was just like, street exec. That's the song to go to. I heard the beat and that's exactly what came out.
All right, so man, go ahead and introduce the song, and then before you do that, let everybody know where they can find you on social media and they can find your music and all that other
For sure. Definitely find my music on all platforms. Spotify, Tidal, Google Play, Amazon, wherever
Apple
you want to
Music.
find it. Apple Music, SoundCloud. But Mogul Mindset is the name of the album, so make sure y'all go get that. Find me on all social media platforms at IM_KountUp, and that is KountUp with a K. And it's that song Street Exec. I'm a street exec. Rest in peace to Article Bankroll.
Ooh, all right, y'all keep it locked at WTNT's 107.7.
Killing the streets.